So today we saw Jordan Brand do something really cool for these Pure Money 3s, a sneaker which we haven't seen drop since 2007, the perfect summertime Jordan release. Well, they absolutely flooded the streets with these according to Eldon monitors. Over 100,000 pairs hit the sneakers app alone. And based off all the locations carrying this sneaker, one could only imagine how many pairs Jordan Brand actually produced, which I hate to be the one to have to say this, but if you bought these early, trying to be cool, paying resale, well, you're an idiot, and it's probably perfect timing for this PSA. So if you're out here tired of your favorite sneaker YouTubers dancing all up in the videos, flexing early pairs only to hit whatnot, trying to sell you those for double, come on over to the Navy. Consider subscribing and tapping that button down below. So it's crazy referencing Suge Knight, especially with Diddy about to come home and everything. But today, we're about to take a look at some upcoming Jordan releases for the rest of 2025. We're gonna exclude certain pairs, including collaborations, because if we simply did, we'd be here all day. So after these Pure Money 3s drop, of course, up next, we got the Aqua 8s, which this is a sneaker which is on my personal hit list. A really cool pair. We've seen these drop different times throughout the years, last in 2015, which some people are saying that version is a lot better than these. They're complaining about that shade of gray being a little bit lighter. It's supposed to be more like a charcoal, but for me, that's not a turnoff at all. I feel like the gray gives a nice contrast against the black, and it's just an iconic colorway, one that's at the top of my hit list for Jordans here in 2025. And I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. If I could secure these Aqua 8s, I'm pretty much gonna be done as far as Jordan releases for the rest of the year. Y'all believe that or not? Next up, after those, we got the Jordan 4 Rare Airs. Now, this is an interesting one because the Rare Air series to me was intriguing, but so far, it seems like a lot of these pairs haven't really, I guess you could say, been a smash hit or whatever. You know, these do get an appreciation, but haven't really been, or I guess what Jordan Brand was probably expecting. Now with this one, there's a little interesting story, of course, with the white lettering. Once you remove that little tag on the tongue, that's gonna be revealing if you're gonna have the pair with the gold, which is supposed to be a lot more rare versus the white stitching. So to me, I feel like they kind of bring that almost like Pokemon card chase where you're unboxing packs trying to get the perfect pair, that whole like Lulu, whatever they're called, Labubu, lemons, whatever, all that good stuff. So I feel like these are for those kind of people that are out here gonna be chasing every single pair. But to me, white, gold lettering, who cares? It's a dope shoe regardless. So after those, we got the Jordan 10 Steel. Now this is an interesting one right here because I feel like this is a pair which resellers are really praying holds its value right now. These are going for a pretty penny via the secondary market, but that's because we're, you know, a ways away from the release. But I'm kind of scared about this one, man. It's an OG. You know, the 10s, we don't see them drop too often. I've been seeing images floating around of these online, you know, showing people wearing these back in the 90s, and they were just so dope, bro. Like, and it's a shoe which at the top of the year I wasn't really checking for, but now that we're getting a little closer to the release, I ain't gonna lie, these joints are looking real nice, man. Some people are complaining about the toe cap. I feel like there's some minor detail which not too many people are gonna care about like that. So dope sneaker. I'm kind of worried about these right here as far as like reselling all that. You guys already know it all depends on stock numbers. If Jordan decides to flood the market like they did today with them Pure Money 3s, everybody's eating. But if they decide to limit them, resellers, they're gonna be drilling at the mouth. So we'll see how things go for these. You know, even if you do miss out on this pair, I wouldn't pay resale because there is another pair of 10s, which we're gonna get into later. Next up, we got these French Blue 12s, which these are cool and everything like that, you know what I'm saying? We've seen a lot of these pairs hitting the streets early, but rather than buying these 12s, I think a lot of people are gonna be holding out for another pair of 12s, which are gonna be dropping later on in the year. After them, we got the Shattered Bat Boy 1s, a sneaker which many people would call a grail, some people not. We last saw these drop when they debuted back in 2015, paying homage to an iconic night which took place in Italy 40 years ago. So dope sneaker returning. A lot of people are complaining about the quality, which them same people didn't actually own the 2015 version. So why take away all the joy from people looking to secure this pair? This is a dope release. At one point, there were some reports that these are going to be dropping a little bit early, but it looks like it now has been confirmed. These will actually be dropping late August. So stay tuned for those. It looks like the price continues to dip, and before these even drop, this is a shoe which might be going for under retail. ahead of the release date, which is great because resellers will be staying away from those. Next up, we got the Cavestone 4s, which anytime we see a pair of Jordan 4s dropping, you know, this is one that everybody's going to try to hoard up. They're praying that the prices go up. But as far as this 4, we'll see how it goes. I feel like stock numbers are probably going to be decent on this one. Remember, Jordan Brand can't limit every single pair. They got to make their money on some of these joints right here. So this is a cool one. We've seen various Jordan 4s come out with a similar type of shade. Some people would compare these to those Ama Maniere 4s. But as far as the brown, nobody's been really able to, like, you know, pinpoint exactly what these look like. I think in the lighting, it kind of gives off different shades. The Nike Air on the back is definitely a plus on this release. So I think this will be a popular one that the people will gravitate towards. It's just all about stock numbers once they drop. Next up here, we got the Jordan 5 Fire Reds. Now, this is one which I think are gonna go crazy. An OG Jordan 5 release right here. You saw what happened with the black metallic 5s, but then with those grape 5s, thankfully enough, there were enough pairs to go around. So with this one, you know, I thought the grapes might be more iconic, but due to the Chicago color blocking on this one right here, sometimes we get the silver tongue, but the black tongue is back. And with the fact that these are gonna be dropping a little later on in the fall, this might be one that people go nuts for, and it's all about stock numbers. I could see Jordan Brand trying to pull one on us and drop these in limited quantities, but this is a dope one. Let me know if you guys are checking for these right here. Next up, let's jump into these taxis. Remember how I told y'all there's another pair of 12s which people will probably be holding out on, and that would be these right here. Dropping November 8th, currently scheduled. I ain't gonna lie, these taxis, we have not, I believe, seen what this new version will look like, but can you really mess these up right here? We've seen so many different versions of Jordan Brand driving to drop different types of taxis, but this is the OG taxi which really set it off. And for me personally, you know, as far as my sneaker journey, back in '97, that OG pair that I remember getting as a kid, which is really the ones that, like, you know, I guess kind of got me hooked. Ever since that pair, you know, the love for Jordans has always been there. So Taxi 12's returning. This one, people are gonna go crazy for. You already know what time it is with these taxis right here. Yeah, probably one of the best drops of the year, which brings us here to these Shadow 10s. Remember how I mentioned with them steals, if you miss out on those, don't panic because we got the Shadows dropping. I could see Jordan Brand probably limiting them steel joints and then probably flooding the market with these Shadows. Now, as far as the toe cap, I can't confirm. I can't remember if these are supposed to have that little toe cap detail or not, but regardless, Shadows are dope. A sneaker which I remember having back in the day. And I wouldn't mind to double back on these, but are they a must cop? I would say probably not, which then brings us here to these Black Cat 4s. Now, I told y'all, resellers, they be going crazy for the 4s. This is confirmed to be a Black Friday release currently scheduled. Nike Air on the back. Materials are looking decent on these right here. Shape is looking nice on the 4s, I must say. Yeah, people are gonna go nuts for these right here. I feel like these are probably on the top of a lot of people's hit list. An all black 4, you gotta love it. And then that brings us lastly here to these Bugs Bunny 8s, which again, 8s, I feel like they don't overdo it too much. Aqua 8s for me are an automatic must cop with these scheduled to drop later on in the year. I think these are dropping like in December. We'll see if I need these or not, but we haven't seen these yet. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, these go crazy. I remember having a pair back in 2013. So many great pairs releasing. I ain't gonna lie, like if y'all are out here paying resale, I get it, but I always try to advocate not to pay resale. I know there's gonna be certain pairs which drop here and there, but for the most part, if you miss out on something, bro, there's another great pair dropping soon. Plus, right now, I wouldn't be out here trying to pay full price for every pair because remember we talked about the Rare Airs? The Rare Air 3s right now are on Shoe Palace as we speak for 150 bucks right now. Like, come on now. Like, are y'all gonna really be out here paying resale for every pair? Even paying retail when you know them joints are gonna be going on sale? We'll have to wait on it, but like I said, like this video is pretty much just to showcase how much heat is dropping this year. So if you miss out on something, don't panic. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be more heat dropping, and then of course, heading into 2026, we already know we got a whole bunch of dope pairs confirmed. So guys, if you're tired of these YouTubers out here showcasing these pairs early, you know, consider subscribing. Come on over to a real channel where it's just not all about the resale. You know what I'm saying? Just a regular sneakerhead talking shoes, buying shoes when they actually drop, not trying to flex on y'all early and everything like that. So that's all I got for you guys today. I'm actually gonna be out of town here for the weekend. So I think I do have a video on the tuck that I'm working on for you guys, and maybe I'll update you guys, you know what I'm saying, on what's happening with the channel and everything like that. So that's all I got for you guys. Just wanted to check in, you know, showcasing all of the heat. Let me know which pairs you guys are checking for most for the rest of 2025. Are you out here buying up every single release? Are you tripling, doubling up on some of these? Or are you simply just picking and choosing, grabbing the pairs that you like, you know, maybe holding out to get some joints on sale? You guys know the vibes. Just let me know how y'all are feeling. And did y'all pick up these Pure Money 3s? Because I could definitely see these dropping on sale coming up very soon. But it doesn't take away from how dope this shoe is. So JA, I appreciate y'all. If you guys enjoyed today's video, go ahead and smash the like button. And if you made it all the way here through the end, let me know by dropping a salute. Navy, I'll be back checking in with y'all. In the meantime, stay safe, stay blessed. I'm out, y'all. Love.